Y'all know how y'all be obsessed with like those shows, Summer I Turned Pretty and Jenny and Georgia. This is that show for me. All the cringy acting, the bad storylines, the the irritableness that you get from characters' choices. XO Kitty is that for me. Hey Tay, can you pick up the phone real quick? I gotta talk to you about something. Thank you. Hey, it's Tay, and I'm back with another video on XO Kitty today. Ooh, that went smooth. Excuse me, I'm delirious. Just came off of work. I'm a little tired, okay? And a little delirious, but that's okay. So, I see a lot of chatter about XO Kitty online. And if you don't know what XO Kitty is, I will explain it to you in a moment. But first, I want to show you the clip that has everybody talking, of course.
착한 커플이에요. 알렉스는 지원한테 진짜 잘해줘요. 이모 할머니처럼.
아이고 말도 잘하고, 아이고 많이 컸네.
I think y'all forgot that Kitty is supposed to be a learner of Korean. She's not supposed to sound perfect. Now, does it sound a little crazy? Yes, but she's not supposed to be proficient in Korean. She's supposed to sound a little silly. Leave my girl alone. It will never, ever be as bad as On My Block. If you don't know your teen show lore, go look it up. Actually, I'm gonna just show you. I'm gonna just show you. Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
And I'm gonna watch and maybe even get in on it. ¡Enough! Están actuando como un grupo de niños. Si alguien dice otra cosa, les voy a pegar en la boca. All of you behind the bleachers, now!
Exactly. It will never be as bad as that because that character, I even forgot her name at this point. That was a long time ago when I was actually a teenager. That is supposed to be a proficient Spanish speaker. That was warranted, okay? Making fun of that was warranted. Not Kitty. Kitty is not supposed to know what Korean sounds. She's not supposed to be a pro-Korean speaker. Leave her alone. Okay. Now that's out the way. Kitty speaking Korean is not the biggest issue of the show. As a fan of the show, there are some issues, and I point it out every single time I watch it. So let's get into that instead. But before I do, if you don't know what XO Kitty is, I'm gonna give you some hints. But just let me know if you don't get it, as I give you the hints. Okay. Do you recognize these people? Okay. Okay. Do you recognize these group of sisters? Okay. 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 If you don't recognize her from the other boys I loved before, it's okay. It's okay. That's why I'm here to walk you through it. Okay? That's why I'm here to walk you through it. So, XO Kitty is a spin-off series of the movie series To All the Boys I Loved Before. That was a really best-selling series back when I was in high school, and the girlies loved that movie, the movie series, especially the first movie. A lot of iconic moments from it, a lot of romance, whatever, blase, blase. Okay? A lot of the girls loved it. But if you don't remember the storyline, or if you've never seen it before, Kitty, my girl Kitty, was the supposed matchmaker between Lord Jean and Peter, okay? Because she sent out the letters and she was a whole nuisance, and that's how they ended up together. Oh, okay. She was supposed matchmaker. That's what she prides herself as. She says, look how I got my sister into this wonderful relationship. I'm going to do that for myself. Okay. So, XO Kitty follows Kitty into Seoul, Korea. She goes from Portland to Korea to trace back her mother's footsteps and go to the school that her mother went to and try to understand who her mother was as a person. Because her mother is no longer here with us. So I cracked myself up. So now she's at this school, this international school called KISS, ironically. Girl, bye. KISS Academy, KISS High School, whatever you want to call it. She's there. And she's here to use her matchmaking skills on herself. She thinks she knows love so well that how can she not find love for herself perfectly? And she's wrong. I don't think I've ever seen a messier high schooler in my entire life. She is very, very messy. And the show follows her messiness. But now we're in season 3. And we are following Kitty on her first half of her senior year. She has a lot of expectations of what her senior year looks like. And she is ready to knock out her senior wish list. Like, she's like, I want to do a senior sunset. I want to do this. I want to do that. And in particular, she wants to do it with her newfound love interest. Well, not new, but settled in love interest, Mino. And she's ready to make that happen. But, this whole, her insecurities push her back a lot. And she has to figure out who she is and what she wants outside of her matchmaking abilities. She puts a lot into her matchmaker abilities. If something don't work out, she freak out. Calm down. More on that later. But yeah. She loves her matchmaking abilities. So she finds herself not benefiting from her own matchmaking abilities within herself, and she has to deal with a lot of insecurities and making sure that she's secure in her relationship. That follows the entire season. But yeah, I'll introduce you to the characters as we go along, as I do my complaints and as I do my likes. I will introduce you to people as we carry on, as I discuss the actual issues with Exo Kitty. Okay? Because, girl, there are issues. People tout this show as a diverse show. And it is on paper. Even when I looked up, so I could, actually, name all the people, all the characters in the show, Google literally says Exo Kitty is a diverse cast of whatever. And it's a diverse cast. But at what cost? Because, yes, it's a diverse cast, but does the diverse cast get actually good storylines? Let's talk about it. Because I'm pretty sure, when you see pictures of the cast, you go, wow, what a diverse group. These other shows ain't doing it like them. Yes, but the way they're handling these diverse people, these diverse characters, you could say not well. Okay? All right. So, my first qualm. Okay? I say that for Exo Kitty, I feel like, yes, you have a diverse cast, but this diverse cast is kind of pushed to the side, even though we keep on building and building each and every season. There's a new person of color or a Black person coming up, and you're like, woo, yes, I can't wait to see this person, only for them not to really have much of a storyline. Right. Specifically, people of color who are not East Asian. Let me make that clear. Right. A lot of these characters are introduced as love interests, but they're really just there to be a stepping stone for Kitty to get over somebody. Let's break down how messy Kitty is, okay? Let's do that. Kitty's first boyfriend, who she actually wanted to go, that's the second reason why she went to go to KISS, because she wanted to meet him. What is his name? Day? Okay, so she went to KISS to see Day. That's her first boyfriend. While she was there, she said, "Oh shit, I think I'm actually gay." So Kitty's bi. While she's in a relationship with Day, she's like, "Oh shoot, I think I like this girl named Yuri." Coincidence? I think not. So that's going on, right? Yuri's in a relationship, right? I don't remember how they ended things, Day and Kitty. I don't remember how they ended things, okay? Sorry. Oops. I don't remember. Yuri's in a long-term relationship. She has to hide from her mother with Juliana. We'll get to Juliana because that's my biggest gripe with that show. I swear to God. Okay. See, even I can't comprehend it. So while Yuri's in a relationship, Kitty is low-key like, well, I'm going to just say what's on my mind. Like, I like you, girl. They kiss while she's in a relationship. Breaks Juliana's heart. Right? Kitty then goes on dates with another girl. Pravina? Is that her name? Uh-oh. Pravina. Kitty goes on a date with Pravina. Pravina like, girl, your mind is obviously elsewhere. You so like Yuri. So, because of the Kitty and Yuri kiss, Yuri and Juliana break up. Because, hello, why you cheating on me, girl? Ain't you doing it in front of my face? What the heck? So, Pravina realizes Kitty not really into her. So, she goes for Juliana. Mind you, this is all in the same friend group. And they live together. Most of them live together. Hello. Oh my God. So, okay, we're still here. Give me a second. Cause this is a lot. It's a lot. All while she's processing this, Kitty's like, wait, I think I like Mino. Okay. Mino and Kitty met on like frenemies territory, and then they grew to like each other. It was obvious from the first season that they were in game, but it's okay. It's okay. You have to keep them on their territory. You have to keep them watching the show. But it was obvious, right? Anyway, back to my main point. So all the people that I listed. So let's do this, right? Kitty, Yuri, Mino, Day. Let's put them as the main set, right? Do you see something? Right. Do you see the two people that insert themselves? Ooh, something looks a little different, correct? Yes. Outside of season 2, we don't really know too much about Pravina and Juliana. Most of what they are tied to is their romantic relations and how they feel towards another person. That's most of their lines. I think Pravina likes. What is she like? See, I don't know. Even when people like describe like these people, like I can't, like, they don't even say what's really happening here. Yeah. Anyway. So you see, there's two things that look different than with these love interests, right? And yeah. So all of the main characters, I would say Kitty, all the people I just named, they all have their own storylines, which is expected because they are the main characters. But these side characters come in and they all have a pattern of looking darker than a paper bag, right? And they just supply the need for romantics, and then they kind of like shoo out the way. Not a big fan. And then it's kind of lazy when the main, if Yuri and Juliana don't work out, oh yeah, let's just put the two lesbians together that didn't work out with the main characters. Okay. Okay. We only see them when they're talking about their relationships with somebody or trying to like mend their relationship with somebody. Like I want to know more about them. But because you keep on adding people to the cast, we can't really get to know them. Another problem with this season that I found was that, okay, compared to the other two seasons, this season was really all about Neo and Kitty's relationship. Oh, I'm kind of bored. Like, oh, I want to know more about the other people. And like, even other people's side things, side plots had something to do with Kitty. Why? Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, yes, Yuri had like her whole like witches to rags arc rather, but she was still heavily assisting Kitty in her delusions over what insecurities she had with Mino. Okay. Like, it was, everything still went back to Kitty. But I guess you could say, like, because Kitty involves herself with so much, because it's not like they want to involve Kitty. Maybe she's just so messy that she keeps involving herself and stuff, and then things get messy. Which I will say. It was. Yeah, no, I just felt like this season, it was because so many storylines could have been developed. Like Kitty's relationship with her Korean family. I felt like we didn't really get to see that because she was too busy running around Mina. Aren't you supposed to be filling out college applications? You're a senior. And they said that she barely go to class and she got to focus and get her things back up so she can graduate on time and get good grades and whatnot. How you going to do all that and get into NYU? Because that's what she's trying to go, because Laura Jean goes there, her sister. Okay. Okay. No. Okay. Don't worry about it. I never even cared. Okay, whatever. I never even asked the question. What are you talking about? Yes, but I felt like she could have done way more with her Korean family, which was one of the half of the reasons why she wanted to go to Korea in the first place. She wants to dive deep more with her family, and they did a really good job, I feel like, of that in season 2 when she found her cousin, and her grandma. I feel like they did a really good job, like diving deep, and they still wove in Mino in there to show like he's still here for like her important moments, but this season, it was just Mino. And everybody else's issues was them not confessing their feelings correctly. Oh my God, and I'll get to that. But my main gripe, this is the main issue that I have with the show. Why are all the Black characters, mind you, there's not a lot, but they are substantial to the storyline each and every time when they're introduced. They're introduced as an antagonist. Hey, what's up with that? What's up with that? Let's start with Juliana. She was introduced as an antagonist. She might be like, oh, I'm just here floating around as somebody's girlfriend. But before, like, that was Kitty's real op. Like, that was really an obstacle. And she disrespected their relationship by still kissing Yuri. Let me go back. Let me explain things more. Juliana is basically Yuri's first love. They were like this. Like this. You can tell, obviously, it was a good relationship. Sure, they have their little disagreements or whatever, but hello, they were good for each other. Like, from what I remember. Now, do I might have to go back and look and maybe see? I don't know. But Kitty really treated her like an op. Like, if Juliana was there, she'd be like, I can't believe she is. She ruining my moment with Yuri. Yuri's in a relationship, baby. Not everything's about you. But yes, Juliana was seen as an obstacle in order to get to Yuri. They did all that just for them not to even get together. And, spoiler, all that with Pravina too, just to get back with Yuri again. Huh? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Okay, so as you can tell, I didn't have much to say about Juliana because I low-key got over that because it's season 3 and we didn't even see her. Like I said, we only saw her when it was time to talk about Yuri or gaze blissfully and yearningly at Yuri. Anything else? Any other thing? Like, I genuinely forgot what Juliana is into. I'm gonna look that up right now. What is Juliana from Exo Kitty into? I can't find anything. I couldn't find anything. I think that shows what's happening here. Okay. I couldn't find anything because there's nothing to find. She's just there to be a romantic prop. Who gonna pick Juliana? That's what it is. She's waiting around like this. I wonder who's gonna kiss me today. I don't know. Even with her relationship with Juliana and Pravina, there wasn't really much there. They were just there to make Yuri jealous, and Juliana wished she was in a relationship with Yuri. Come on, do better. Do better. Thank you. But my biggest gripe, and it comes with this season because it really wasn't necessary to even include him at all in this. Like, it really wasn't. This character was not needed. Now, I will say, thank you, Exo Kitty, for giving my people a job. But please stop giving them jobs like this. They introduced a character called, is it Marcus? His name is Marcus, right? Or is it Marcius? Is it Marcius? Hold on. Hold on. Marius. Here comes this black queer boy. Apparently, he's been such an important part of the story that all the boys know him. Okay? He was sent away, and now he's back to complete his senior year at KISS after going away for a while. Conveniently, Kitty is not there, so we have never met him, even though they've never talked about him before. Okay, Editor Tay is back. I wanted to clarify, I did do my research. I looked it up as I was editing. Marius was mentioned in season 1 and season 2, but literally for a millisecond. So that's why I didn't remember. So I will put it out there. He was mentioned. But that still don't excuse why he's a big main character when things are starting to suck. Okay. Anyway, let's just keep going with the video. Let's just keep going. He shows up on a motorbike, I think. He shows up very dramatically. He's like, as soon as Kitty. So okay, hold on. I'm getting upset. As soon as he shows up, he's in the middle of Kitty's speech, where she's like, "Can't wait for seeing you to be so great." He shows up, and she's with Mina, right? He shows up. He goes, "About to have the best senior year of our lives," because he's British. And I can't wait to party with you, bruv. This year's gonna be crazy. Okay. Kitty is obviously disturbed by this. She wants to be with her boyfriend all the time and hug and kiss, right? Or at least define what they are, because they spent like the summer apart and they don't know what they are, right? But they obviously have feelings for each other. Obviously. At first, right? Marius is not a complete foe to Kitty, but to Kitty, she hates him off rip. Ugh, get him out of my sight. He's ruining everything. So what does Kitty do? Be the messy girl that she is, and I'll get that to that in a second. But on the other hand, Marius has some relationship history with another main character named Q. Another person of character color. Right? Another POC character. Oh my god, am I seeing that right? Another character of color. Let's do that instead. Character of color. And they have history. So much history that it makes Q briefly forget that he's in a long-term relationship with somebody named Jin, who loves him boots down. It took them so long to get there because at first, because of track, they both went track. Jin and Q both went track, and because of that, they were like kind of on a frenemies little thing, and then they fell for each other, right? They're like both in the most serious relationships they've ever had. They're going strong. That's actually one of the storylines I really liked in season 2. Here comes Marius. He's like, I'm here to win you back, baby. What? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? So here he comes. He's trying to get in there. He don't care about Jin. He want it for himself. Why? So Q tells Kitty this. Kitty, she does something. I think Kitty tells Q to say something or whatever, and Q's basically like, he names drops Kitty, and he's like, Kitty told me to stay away from you. And now she's officially pissed Marius off because not only is he there to mess up with Q, he is now trying to mess up Kitty's relationship with Mino. That is his purpose in this storyline. To come back and mess with not one relationship, but 2. The first black boy, mind you, in the crew. Sure. They want it to be funny. Sure. They want it to be a little sassy. Sure. But that's his purpose. His purpose is literally to ruin anything Kitty has with Mino. That's by him bringing in, I think, one of Mino's childhood best friends. She's gorgeous, whatever. She's part of the elite. Oh my god, because Mino's rich. Oh my god, and she's so pretty. Oh my god, how can I compete? Right, getting in her head. Whenever Q is around, if this was Euphoria, I swear to God, Marius probably would have copped the fuel with Q, with Jin right in front of him. Ugh. Why? Why is it the black boy? You see how the black people are brought in just to cause rifts in between relationships? Why? Why do they have to be your prop? It's annoying. Especially this one because Q and Jin, that was so annoying. They could have navigated them going to college somewhere else because I think Jin quit track. You could have navigated that. And instead, you want to bring in somebody who all up and down Q's neck. That apparently Q not over. Since when? Since when was he not over? See, it don't make no sense because we never even knew about Marius. all of a sudden he like, Marius was the first person I ever liked. Now he shows up again. I never don't know who to choose. But Marius never showed me off like Jin does. Jin loves me and I love him. But how is this going to work? We're in our senior year. Why are we introducing people in our senior year? Huh? Marius could have been used simply, maybe, as the party guy. Because he was hype. He's like, yeah, let's party, instead of doing like the senior sunrise or something that Kitty wanted to do. He could have been a distraction for everyone to not stay on track or whatever. He's the fun boy. And then we could have dove into why he I don't know. Apparently he got a job lined up with his daddy, or maybe he has connections with his daddy. I don't know. But they could have had a whole thing like, oh, like I don't work as hard because, well, actually we never knew if he even did work hard in school. Huh? I'm getting irritated. There's so many things they could have done with Marius, and they didn't. They just used him as a tool in not one, but two relationships. What? We didn't even learn. I think we learned off the fly that Marius was into fashion. Okay. But it had something to do in relation to try to get a pair to talk to each other. What? I'm irritated. Last thing on my list of the problems I had with this season. A lot of mess, but most of it was cheating, and it actually made me really upset. Whether that be actually cheating or emotional cheating, it's all the same to me, baby. Let's start mild, and we're going to work our way up to the top. Right? Mild. Kitty, for some reason, thought Mino was cheating on her with Eunice, which is a K-pop star that he manages at their school. Girl, go watch the show if you wanna understand that. Listen, okay. Listen, I didn't even really talk about Mino and who he is. Okay, I'm just talking about my gripes with the show. So that's mild. Right? All of that could have been simple communication with them, but they never wanted to communicate, right? Let's go a step up. Okay. Juliana and Pravina. All throughout the season, you could tell Juliana was staring at Yuri like, dang, I wish that was still my girl. And she was deeply uncomfortable with Pravina trying to be friends with Juliana. Oh, and Juliana, because her mom lost a whole bunch of money, she couldn't go to Kiss anymore. And then they all the friend group rallied together for her to raise money through selling her clothes. And she was able to go to Kiss, and then she became roommates with Kitty, Pravina, Juliana, and then now it's Yuri. Juliana was like, whoa, she's gonna be my roommate. Like, all throughout it, you could tell, like, they're slowly leading up to them getting back together, obviously. So, Juliana's mind was never locked into Pravina. What is Pravina doing here? I'm bored. Can we do something else? Top. Big overarching cheating, because it did happen. The cheating did happen. While Q and Jin were together during the summer, he said he sent a little picture, if you understand what I'm saying, to Marius. What? Why? I'm deeply confused. Q and Jin had such a good foundation leaving off in season 2. It just didn't make sense for him to do that. I'm getting irritated just seeing the scenes play out in my mind. But yeah. Like, and then what else? Oh yeah, Jin was like, please be honest with me. Q was never honest with him. He never told him about the little picture until Kitty's messy butt did. Because Kitty was freaking out over me now. That girl messy, y'all. She is. She's really messy. Like the cheating was not necessary at all. It even got to the point where, because Jen was getting so irritated at Marius obviously being disrespectful towards the relationship, like they were arguing with Q's mom there, mind you, who was apparently a big fan of Marius because they were close. How are we supposed to know that in other two seasons when he was never mentioned? I'm actually gonna look up if he was ever mentioned. I don't think he was, but it don't matter. Still, whatever. He got so upset. No, Jen got so upset. I think Marius said something insane. Q got in between them, but Jen's fist was already one back, and pow, popped Q right in the nose. Why are we getting violent? Why are we getting violent? We would have never gotten violent if we were honest. Then Jen got pissed and he was like, damn, like nobody telling me anything. Not even my boyfriend who I just told that I love. Oh, Jen, my heart breaks for you, baby. So even after all that, and at the dinner, because I think Q's mom she's not a big fan of Jen or something like that. And Jen like tore her up. Jen was like, I love your son. Like, I'll do anything for him, right? Chewed his mom up, right? So as you can see, Jen is very passionate about Q. He was supposed to punch Marius, but of course Q got in the way. So while they're taking a little break, because Jen is obviously mad that he didn't know about this picture that was sent over the summer. What does Q do? A, try to talk to Jen about it forcefully. B, take some time by himself to reflect on what's really going on and why, he did that in the first place. Or C, go on a joyride that's low-key like a mini date to him and Marius' favorite spot in Seoul, Korea, and look over the city romantically. If you guessed A or B, you're incredibly wrong. He chose C. And based on that ride, he said, dang, I just realized, like, I need Jen. Like, I need that. I don't need you. It took him a joyride to go do that. Just getting really irritated. Why do we have to use Marius as a prop in order to create a non-issue? A non-issue. I'm so irritated. And one last thing. This wasn't on my list, but all the pregnancy scares. Because, okay, going back to Mino, the artist that he manages had like a pregnancy scare. But that was only as a prop to use to get Kitty to be insecure and yell at Mino. It didn't go nowhere. She wasn't pregnant. Turns out Kitty's cousin was pregnant. Okay. Like, all of it was very rushed. I just don't understand. Like, because they focus so much on Kitty and Mino, I think the writers went, oh shoot, we're not really paying attention to these other characters. And they tried to like make some motion happen. Because even with the pregnancy thing, I think Day and Eunice, that's Eunice, that's the K-pop star, and they like had like a thing over the summer or whatever, and I guess that made them realize they needed to be together. Whatever. And then Kitty's cousin wasn't talking to her grandma, so the pregnancy brought them back together. What? It's all like, it's kind of lazy. It's kind of lazy. It's kind of lazy writing because we took too much time on Kitty and Mina. I just get so mad. I just get so mad. I just get so mad. But despite all of this, I still watch the show. And if there's a season 4, I'm going to watch it too. So let's get to the stuff I liked. Okay. I liked how we were outside the school more. We went to like, that amusement park that everybody be going to in Korea. They went there. They were on like, sets for Eunice's little K-pop song. They were on a boat. They were doing all these different things. It was very cute. I did like that. I like it when we get off campus more. We get out the dorms. We do things, and it makes sense. You're checking off a senior list, so you're gonna be off the campus. That's another thing I like. I like the senior list. I like the concept of senior list. Like I remember everybody having that like little checklist that they wanted to do before senior year ended. But I did like how the writers made sure that not everything went to plan to show that Kitty is not in complete control of every single thing that goes on in her life because she is not God. Clearly. But they kind of all still happen in a way, just in a way she didn't expect. And I liked how she took some life lessons from every single last one of them. I liked that. Her reconnecting with Laura Jean, that was cute. Everybody loves some Laura Jean, like, and she always gives some good little tidbits and some good advice. Everybody loves when a big sister come and scares the love interest. Everybody likes that. So that was cute too. And she helped her like write her NYU essay. I have a question about that. Kitty made it very like you cannot like once you submit early decision, you're kind of locked into that school. Is that true? I don't remember. Hold on. Because I don't remember early decision being like that. Am I like tripping? Okay, does early decision mean you have to go to that college? Because I'm like, oh, maybe I wasn't locked in when I was applying. It is binding. Never mind. Let me shut up. But I liked, going to the college thing, I liked how, once again, her whole, like, I'm doing these plans and stuff. Like, I liked how she was questioning, like, do I want to go to NYU because my sister is here? Or do I want to stay in Seoul because I just built a whole life here? I did like that. Maybe they'll explore that more in season 4. Like maybe she'll change her mind in season 4 in the second half of senior year. And she's like, wait, I actually don't want to go to NYU and I want to stay in Seoul. I hope she does do that because you have all your friends here and you're still learning Korean. And you still have to connect with your Korean family here. I think I would like that. I would like that. Also, guys, Anna, the girl who plays Kitty, she's really funny. Like, I think I stay because at the end of the day, EXO Kitty is low-key a comedy. Even if they don't want you to laugh at it. At what they might not think is a comedy, you still gonna laugh because it's still ridiculous. Anna is really good at delivering her lines, and I think she's a hilarious girl. Like, she is funny, and I think I don't think I could see anybody else portraying Kitty, because Kitty's messy boots down, but she also has really good lines and humor. I remember in To All the Boys I Loved Before, she had these quick little funny lines that were memorable. She's funny. So I'm gonna keep watching and keep laughing. The heck? Like, Kitty's funny. Also, I do like how everybody like shows up for everybody. Like, I like how even though the side characters not utilized how they should be, I like how we always get big scenes with them all together. The senior sunrise, they were all together on the rooftop. When they went to go to that amusement park. We still get to see everybody's you know, side plots, even though they might not have been a lot. You still get to see everybody interact with each other. And I don't think you're like confused that they're all close friends, because they always show up for each other, and they're always like interacting with each other in some type of way. Even when Kitty and Mino were fighting, like they all like came up with a way to like get them still together like multiple times. And I just think it's cute how all of them showed up together. Like, even for Yuri's fashion show, I think that was like the big thing. Like, all of them came together to help her with her fashion show so she could show off to like this fashion designer she worked for, or she interned for. And it was very nice. Like, everybody showed up, and I think it was like, I guess the subline was like, oh, like everybody kind of fighting because, with senior year, when senior year comes around, you don't, for some reason, there's something in the air and you start to fight with your close friends. So Kitty like brought them all together and like had everybody make up. It was a cute episode and it was entertaining. And they returned the favor to her for a birthday party at the end where they had Mino come, and they kind of made up there, and it was nice. It was cute. Like, I like how all the friendships show up together. Like, it's obvious that they are all friends. I like that. Some shows you be confused about how I didn't know them two were close. Not this show. You know. And even though the queer people are not handled correctly in the show, I do like that they have queer Black people. I do like it. And I like how the main character is bi too. That's a lot of LGBTQ going on up in there. So I do like that. I will give them points for that, because a lot of these shows are straight, and that's why I don't watch them. Okay, it's boring. It's the same storylines all over again. But Kitty, EXO Kitty, like, we do have our queer characters, so I'll give him that. And I like her family storyline. We need more of it, because this time it was kind of swept under the rug. I guess she was getting closer to her cousin by her cousin becoming a professor at the school, but it really was like, it wasn't a lot. So I hope in season 4 we get back to her learning Korean and, actually, getting these traditions with her family. Like, we didn't really get that because we were so focused on Mino and Kitty. But yes, like, if I didn't mention a storyline, it's because I didn't find it that significant. So sorry, Eunice. Sorry. Oh, I'll acknowledge Days. Days' dad opened up a restaurant because they finally got some money. Congratulations to him. But I mean, they didn't really do much either. So, except for help, build a song for Kitty. Like, you see how everything connects back to Kitty and Mino? Like, that's kind of boring. Even the character that I said way back with Marius, that he came back in with the childhood friend, she was basically there only to be like, Kitty, calm down. Like, I'm not your competition. Like, oh, it's all lazy. Let's introduce people and let's have them like, yes, they're supposed to be there to cause friction and everything, but didn't we have enough with that last season with that other girl, that crazy Christian Catholic, whatever the heck she was, that crazy girl? We already had somebody coming for conflict. We don't need any more conflict. If we're going to have conflict, there's already issues there. We don't need somebody outside to spark the issue. But I do love my people getting jobs, so it's just a lose-win situation. But yes, that's my thoughts like on XO Kitty. Guys, if you can survive the summer I turned pretty, because I've watched the clips and I can't believe. See, I can't judge too much because if you go watch XO Kitty, you might want to turn it off too. Because the acting is not. It's not Zendaya and me winning level. It's not at all in the slightest. I think some people are very stiff in the way they act. Like, in my humble opinion, I only felt a buzz when Mino and Kitty were fighting, not when they relationship. So I think that speaks to the chemistry there. And some people just can't. Some people aren't strong actors. Some people be acting down and then their scene partner be stiff. But I have to realize, like, this is a Netflix teen show based off of an already corny movie series. I'm not expecting much. Like, I watch this to giggle and go to sleep. Like, I'm not here for riveting television. I'm here to have fun. And guys, let's start having fun. Guys, not everything has to be good. Like, put some whimsy in your life. Not everything has to be a good show. Because XO Kitty is an okay show. Okay. But yes, those are my thoughts on XO Kitty season 3. No shade. I need season 4. Sorry. Y'all may not like it, but I do indeed like seeing a diverse group of people on my screen. So argue with your mother. But yes. Let's fix those issues that I brought up. Because I didn't even say that, but like, did you notice how all the cheating storylines, all the big ones from season 2 and this one, did you notice all of them are queer? Why are the straights not cheating? There's questions, y'all. There's bigger questions than why can't Kitty speak Korean? As you can see, there's bigger issues we have to deal with than why cannot Kitty just speak Korean correctly. Okay? Okay. But yes, thanks for listening to me rant about XO Kitty. It's my niche show. It's my guilty pleasure show. It's my guilty pleasure show. I love that show. And I'm gonna keep on watching it if they renew it. But yes, thanks for listening to me rant 101. And I'll see you in the next video.